Lewis Hamilton's wild-ass adventure with Ferrari in the 2025 Formula One season has already become the juiciest soap opera on wheels. Between the non-stop media circus and those tantalizing flashes of "holy crap," he's still got it. It's been one hell of a ride. But just when it looked like Ferrari was fumbling the damn bag and leaving Lewis hanging without the proper tools to kick ass at the front of the grid, boom! A freaking bombshell has just dropped, and it's huge. Like massive. Like, hold on to your espresso. Italy. Kind of huge. Ferrari has just unveiled a completely reworked floor for Hamilton's SF25. And we're not talking about some half-assed aerodynamic tweak here. No sir. This is a balls-to-the-wall, ground-up overhaul of one of the most critical parts of a modern Formula One car. The floor, that magical chunk of carbon fiber that keeps the car glued to the tarmac like your drunk uncle to conspiracy theories, is basically the secret sauce behind downforce. It's the invisible superhero making sure the car doesn't fly off into the gravel when blasting through corners at warp speed. Now, Ferrari's gone full mad scientist and cooked up a version of the floor specifically tailored to fix all the crap Lewis has been dealing with lately. Unpredictable grip, a rear end that dances more than it drives, and a setup window so damn narrow you'd think it was guarding the Mona Lisa. Basically, the car's been a diva. Fast 1 minute, twitchy nightmare the next. And here's where the drama gets spicy. This new floor. It wasn't even supposed to see the light of day in Japan. No. It was originally penciled in for a later race, maybe even shelved until the rainy chaos of the European stretch. But after that royal shitshow in Australia and China, especially with Hamilton and Leclerc getting disqualified in Shanghai like two kids caught cheating on a math test, Ferrari said, "Screw it, let's go big or go home." So now, the prancing horse isn't just trotting. It's charging into Suzuka with a floor that might just flip the entire damn season on its head. If this upgrade delivers what it promises, we're about to see Hamilton off the leash, gunning for blood, podiums, and probably a few souls along the way. And honestly, it's about damn time. Ferrari didn't just speed things up, they went full turbo mode on the development train, skipping coffee breaks, sleep, and probably sanity. And now, just hours before the Japanese Grand Prix kicks off, there's a real possibility that Lewis Hamilton is about to strap himself into a machine that's been radically transformed. We're talking about a beast that might finally let him rip out the kind of performance we all damn well know he's capable of. But don't get it twisted, this ain't a guaranteed fairy tale ending. No. This is what they call an all-in, balls-to-the-wall gamble. High risk, high reward. Because if you're gonna test something bold and barely out of the oven, Suzuka is not the place you want to fuck it up. This track. It's a brutal son of a bitch. Fast as hell, technically savage, and utterly unforgiving if your car's floor is acting up. It's like putting a blindfold on and walking across a tightrope made of razor blades. Any weakness gets exposed, magnified, and shoved down your throat with a smile. If things go right, Hamilton could suddenly rocket back into the front-running pack, shocking the haters, shutting up the doubters, and flipping the entire script on his 2025 story. But if the floor upgrade doesn't deliver, Ferrari's going to be left holding the bag, facing a storm of uncomfortable questions. What the hell are you doing with this car? Why gamble now? Is this kamikaze-level development approach really sustainable over 24 grueling races? You know, the usual F1 media love. But here's where things get really spicy. This isn't just a technical tweak, it's a damn statement. Ferrari isn't just handing Lewis a red car and saying, "Good luck, champ." They're saying, "We see you, we believe in you, and we're building this damn thing for you." This floor isn't just a piece of carbon fiber, it's a love letter to Hamilton's driving style, his feedback, and his championship hunting instincts. They're not giving him a car, they're giving him a weapon, tailor-made for a 7-time world champ who's hungry as hell for that 8th. So if you're sitting there wondering, what the hell changed on the SF25? Why is this floor such a big deal? And how could it possibly flip the table on the entire championship battle? Then you, my friend, are exactly where you need to be. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the goddamn notification bell, because what we're about to break down could be the moment Lewis Hamilton's 2025 season truly kicks off. Let's get nerdy for a second. In today's F1, the car floor isn't just important, it's the freaking backbone of performance. It's designed to suck the car into the tarmac by accelerating air underneath it, creating a low-pressure zone that keeps the car glued to the ground like your favorite pair of jeans to your ass. If the floor's off, if the airflow's wonky, everything turns to chaos. Rear end gets twitchy, handling goes to hell, and setting up the car becomes an engineering nightmare. And guess what? That's exactly what Ferrari's been wrestling with. But now, they think they've cracked the code. And if they're right, Hamilton might just go from struggling in the midfield to kicking ass at the front. So yeah, this might be the moment when everything changes. Enter the new floor. Or well, let's call it what it really is. Ferrari's desperate attempt to force a new floor into existence like a college kid pulling an all-nighter before finals. Their engineers have basically been living in the wind tunnel, pounding espresso shots and hoping to the racing gods that they can fast-track this aerodynamic upgrade in time for Suzuka. What's the point of this madness? Simple. They're trying to make the car less of a diva. The idea is to widen the setup window, translation, make it less of a nightmare to tune, smooth out the sketchy vertical load that builds up in the rear end, and give the car a more stable aerodynamic platform. Basically, give Hamilton something he can actually drive without screaming over the radio every 2 laps. If this thing works, it could hand Lewis a car that's not only balanced and forgiving, but more importantly, consistent as hell through every ball-busting corner of the legendary Suzuka track. But, and it's a big fat but, this whole update is teetering on the edge of a damn razor. Nothing's guaranteed. Ferrari's currently juggling 2 options like a circus act on Red Bull. Option 1. Go big or go home. A full-on, redesigned from-scratch floor that would need to be officially registered with the FIA as part of their homologated spec. This version doesn't mess around. It would completely change the way air travels under the SF-25, basically giving the car a new personality. It's aiming to manage fluid dynamics more efficiently and reduce the sketchy-ass instability at high speeds. Bold. Yup. Risky as fuck with such tight timelines? You bet your ass. Option 2. Play it safer. Stick with the current homologated components and tweak them, especially around the diffuser zone, in a sneaky, clever way that avoids triggering a bunch of FIA paperwork. This is the duct tape and WD-40 method that teams like McLaren have pulled off before. It ain't revolutionary, but it's a solid hack. Even without overhauling the entire floor, it could still improve rear-end stability and airflow control, which is huge at Suzuka, where one wrong move sends you into the gravel faster than you can say, shit. And here's the kicker. There's barely enough time to slap this upgrade onto one car. Yup, one. Not both. So who do you think's getting the golden floor? You guessed it. Mr. 7-time world champ himself. With only 1 or 2 modified pieces ready for the weekend, Ferrari's probably betting all their chips on Lewis, hoping he can turn this chaos into championship momentum. They're not just trying to fix a floor, they're trying to speedrun his chemistry with the SF-25 and squeeze out every last bit of magic before this season spirals. Oh, and spoiler alert, the floor ain't the only thing Ferrari's been messing with before Japan. There's more going on behind the scenes than a Netflix doc is allowed to show. Behind the scenes, the Ferrari squad has been busting their asses trying to untangle one of the nastiest little gremlins hiding in the SF-25. The way the rear suspension talks, or more accurately, doesn't talk, to the aerodynamic load. It's been a goddamn nightmare, like trying to get a drunk octopus to do ballet. But the engineers believe they're finally getting both systems to stop fighting and start dancing. Basically, if they can sync the suspension's reactions with how the aero is slapping down force on the car, especially during those high-speed direction changes, they'll turn the car from unpredictable chaos into a weapon with laser-like precision. And guess what track punishes unpredictability harder than your ex? That's right, Suzuka. Fast, relentless, and tighter than a tax audit. If this shit works, it's a game changer. Now, pair all that with Hamilton's freshly upgraded steering wheel. Yeah, he got himself a fancy new toy, and things start to get real interesting. We're talking about real-time data like it's the freaking Matrix, plus extra control options so he can fine-tune the car mid-race like he's playing an F1 video game on expert mode. What's becoming clearer than ever is this. Ferrari ain't just giving Lewis a seat, they're building the whole damn spaceship around him. They're listening to his feedback like it's gospel, acting fast, and giving him the tools to go out there and smack the rest of the grid around in Japan. After the embarrassing double DQ disaster in Shanghai, Ferrari is swinging back hard. This weekend ain't just about salvaging points. It's about saving face, proving they still belong in the title hunt, and showing the world that their aggressive, balls-out development philosophy actually works. They're not just trying to keep Hamilton competitive, they're trying to send a message. This move wasn't a gamble, it was a masterstroke. And that new floor we keep raving about? It's not just a performance upgrade. It's a confidence booster. And in Formula One, confidence is worth its weight in gold-plated trophies. A driver who believes in his machine can brake later, push harder, defend like a beast, and pull off insane quali laps that make jaws drop. Trust in the car equals savage performance. Right now, every damn sign is pointing toward Ferrari pulling all-nighters to get Lewis back in the zone. That magical headspace where he's not just driving, he's dominating. That same vibe he had at Mercedes when he was borderline untouchable. But here's what's extra juicy. It's not just about upgrades, it's about evolution. Ferrari as a team is changing. You can literally feel it. They're adapting, they're sharpening their game, and they're doing it around him. This isn't the Ferrari of old, stuck in their ways and allergic to risk. This is a new beast, leaner, meaner, and laser-focused on unleashing Hamilton at full power. So yeah, Japan isn't just another race. It might be the moment the entire F1 world realizes Lewis to Ferrari wasn't just bold, it was F*King brilliant. Pushing through a last-minute, wildly complicated floor upgrade isn't just a tech move, it's a F*King cultural shift. It screams, we're done playing it safe. We're adapting, pivoting fast, and, holy shit, actually listening to our driver. That's not exactly what Ferrari's been known for over the years. Usually, it's more like, we do it the Italian way or not at all. But now, with Hamilton rocking red, we might be witnessing the start of a whole new Ferrari. One that's flexible, reactive, and ready to shake off the bureaucratic cobwebs. And let's be clear, the Japanese Grand Prix ain't just another Sunday cruise. Suzuka is a goddamn samurai duel on asphalt. This place punishes hesitation and glorifies precision. From the flowing rhythm of the S-curves to the full-send madness of 130R, it demands perfection. You need your car and your cojones working in perfect harmony. So here's the deal. If Hamilton feels locked in with the SF25 this weekend, if he can chuck it into every corner without second-guessing what the hell the rear end's gonna do, we could be in for a banger of a performance. One of those race weekends that flips the whole championship story on its head. But this isn't just about what goes down on track. Nope, the real war is happening in the garage, in the data cave, and in those high-stakes whispers between engineers and strategists. This floor update? It could be the opening scene of a brand new Ferrari era. One where upgrades actually land on time, setups make sense across a race weekend, and the whole damn team starts firing with the kind of ruthless efficiency needed to go toe-to-toe with Red Bull and McLaren. Because look, the potential here is sexy as hell, but F1 doesn't give a shit about what could work. It only cares about what does. If this thing flops, if Suzuka ends in disappointment, the what could have been chorus is gonna get louder. The pressure? It'll be suffocating. No more benefit of the doubt. No more patience. This is the part of the season where things get real. Where championships start to take shape, not with fireworks, but with one brave decision, one perfectly timed gamble, one innovation that actually f***ing works star. Suzuka isn't just a race. It might be the moment Ferrari either turns the page, or falls right back into old habits. Ferrari's rolling the damn dice. Hamilton. He's stepping straight into the unknown with more blind faith than ever, hoping this wild gamble turns into a glorious rise instead of yet another chapter in the never-ending saga of Ferrari fucks it up again. And us. We're strapped in with popcorn in hand, ready to see if this bold move becomes a legendary turning point or just another what could have been in the book of broken dreams. So, what's it gonna be? Is this finally the moment the Hamilton-Ferrari era stops flirting with greatness and actually delivers the goods? Or will Suzuka be the cold slap of reality that screams, "Not yet, buddy, back to the drawing board"? Either way, if you're loving this kind of juicy deep dive storytelling on all the biggest F1 developments, do us all a solid, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications like your life depends on it. Because as this season goes from spicy to full-on inferno, the drama's only gonna get thicker, the plot twists nastier, and we'll be right here breaking it all down for you. Every risky gamble, every shock upgrade, and every championship-defining moment. Thanks for watching, legends, and we'll catch you at the next twist in this beautiful, chaotic ride called Formula One.